All right, boys and girls. So we read our story about the little owl. And if you remember, the little owl was kind of different from everybody else, and he was still really special in his own way, just like us. So we are going to be making our own little owls, but we're not just going to make them regular owls. If you remember from the story, some of those owls had patterns, some of them had jewels. So we're going to be able to use some different kinds of lines to decorate our owl's body. You can also put some shapes if you'd like, but we're going to mostly try to use lines when we make them. All right, so let me get my paper and we will get started. Okay, so here is my paper. So what we're going to start with first is our owl's head. Okay, we need to do the beak. So right kind of in the middle of your paper, we're going to make a curved line like a sad face. And you're going to go down and back up like the letter V. So now we have our beak. Now we can take this line, and we're not going to touch right there. We are going, let me move my hand a little. We're going to touch a little bit lower, and we're going to go down and around. Now, if it's not totally perfect, you can see I probably should have made this part a little bigger, but since I'm using my marker, I can't really erase it. So if you make a mistake, try to just erase it. Try your best. Don't worry. Remember from our story, The Dot, we always try our best. And so now we have this all finished. So on the beak, just make two little dots so that your owl can breathe. And then what you're going to go ahead and add are little triangle ears, two big eyes. You can do any kind of eyes here. The circles can be in the middle. The circles can be at the bottom. I'm just going to make them like this. I'm going to add little eyebrows to mine. And I can make these nice and thick if I want. If you would like to add eyelashes to yours, that's fine. So now we're going to make his body. So it's just a big curved line. Kind of coming over here. All right, and the little wings. So if you want to have the wings kind of sticking out, they could be sticking out like that. And I think that's what I'm going to do to these ones. You stop and bring it back. Mine might be looking like he's getting ready to fly. Okay, so we have our owl, and we're missing one more thing, the little feet. So just kind of go like this to make the little toes. Okay, so we need to have our owl just kind of sitting on a branch. So we're going to go over here, touch the toes, go in between. I'm going to make a little branch sticking up and go all the way to the edge of the paper. You can leave it just like this because at the bottom I don't have much space left, so I'm just going to leave that being the rest of my branch. If you have a lot of space, then you could put the other line underneath to make it look like the bottom of the branch, and then you see the sky underneath. And we're going to add some little lines, kind of like little wiggles in a way. Some of them can be a little straight. This is going to be for our tree bark. We want the tree to look like it's rough and bumpy, so add those lines, okay? It's also going to be at night. So make your crescent moon the letter C and a small C inside. If you have trouble with that, just keep trying. If you would like to add stars, you could add stars, but that's all I'm going to put in mine. So now I'm going to bring this paper back over. You can see I added wiggles. I added a little bit of a curved line on his belly, and I decided to make it like a pattern. His face, I did stripes, and on his wings, I just made some polka dots. So you decide what you'd like to do. So just to show you something different, I'm going to kind of go like this. All right, that's my first one. Then maybe this time I switch to a zigzag. That first one is kind of like when we do a cloud. Maybe I'll go ahead and do another one. And you can see I'm just kind of repeating because then when I color, I can also color it with a pattern. All right. I'm just going to stop right here for now. I still have room so I could keep going. All right. And then on the wings, maybe this time, instead of doing polka dots, maybe I want to do some stripes. Okay, and like I said, you can add shapes if you'd like. If you'd like to draw like some shapes inside of those, you could. That would be fine. If you would like to draw something on the face, you can. Just be careful not to draw on top of the eyes or the beak. Draw around them. You can see like I did here. I didn't draw through the eyes. And the ears, it's up to you what you do with the ears. If you want to leave them like that, or you could put the little one inside. That's fine too. Okay, so once you guys are all done with decorating your owl and making your lines on your owl and also on the tree like we talked about, you guys, if you have a black marker, you could always trace everything with the black marker. If you don't, that's okay. You could also use a black crayon, and then coloring is the last part. You can pick markers or crayons to color with, colored pencils, anything works. Try to use many different colors in your owl. Remember, the owls in the story were beautiful owls. They were different colors. If you remember, even the white owl, he was just plain white, but he was also beautiful in his own way. So again, try to make your owl very unique. Everybody's going to have a different design for their owl. So I can't wait to see how they come out. Remember, when you are done, have somebody help you take a picture of your owl. You could also take a picture on your Chromebook, on the camera, and submit it with your assignment so that I can see your work. If you really have a lot of trouble, you could always make sure you save your picture and show it to me in your next art class. All right. So can't wait to see how they came out, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.